Ooh, man, what a draft, boys. That was a memorable one. You know, every draft is like a snowflake. They're all unique. They have their own set of circumstances, uppers, downers, screamers, laughers. This one was no different, right? Drama, especially if you were there, right? So, if you didn't, recall, Luke warned everybody about what might happen if you're drafting with your phone. And everyone made fun of him and said it was his fault, rightly so. But guess who didn't read that text chain? Bobby. So Bobby comes to my house, shows up, dressed to the nines and all happy, ready to draft. And then he has his phone. And, we all, me, BB, Zach, are all there, have our laptops. And next thing I know, I hear him say, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "I didn't mean to draft Christian McCaffrey." And we're just like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, like all of a sudden he's on my team and I didn't draft him." And then we all kind of look at him like, "Well, you didn't see Luke's text? Like you're on your phone?" And yeah, so he got pissed. He didn't read the text. So it was just an ordeal. So he ended up auto drafting because he was just done with it after he picked, you know, his players. So what happens is if you're on your phone, it just sets you to auto draft, and auto draft nominates the very top player, and it'll auto bid you up to their price that's listed on ESPN. So Christian McCaffrey was lifted for $58, and that's what Bobby bought him for, just because that's what the computer did. But he had no control over that, so it's like he was living in the matrix, just in a fictional world of thinks he has control, but the computer has control. So yeah, needless to say, he got mad. He got over it though, real quick. But he ended up auto drafting because he was just like, "Fuck this," like I'm done. So funny drama, but what a draft. What a draft wouldn't be a draft without some drama. So if you weren't there, you missed it. It was a whole ordeal, but it was awesome. And then we ate a bunch of food, and it was great. So hopefully nobody had drama at their places. Thanks to everyone who got on the Zoom. Sorry we couldn't really hear. It was a party going on at the place. So now let's get down to the draft. So yeah, Bobby auto drafted, but here's the thing: we can't get too mad at him. Two other people auto drafted, right? I think it was Tony and somebody else. So Bobby actually has a decent squad. I would say that, right? Like, but all of these auto drafters, their draft recap looks like you know a night out at the strip club. If you put everything on your credit card, right? It's like $58, for your drink for three drinks, right? $64 for entrance for three people. $43 for two dances. $19 for a couple of shots, and then all $1 charges. Like everything else is a dollar, right? So that's how all of their like draft recaps look. It's not spread out at all. It's just top for three or four big tickets, and everything else is a dollar, dollar, dollar. So, but I mean, Bobby does have a decent squad. Like I said, there's some people he got for a dollar that are pretty good. Drake May, Bashal Tootin, right? So he's actually ranked fifth. So it worked out for him, even though he got super pissed. It might just work out for you, Bobby. So, what they say, blessing in disguise. So Bobby's squad's okay. I would say, I love Christian McCaffrey and Malik Neighbors, like in Devon Achan. Like if those guys three hit, it could be a league winner. So you got a decent squad. Give you like I don't know. Let's give you a B. So on to my squad. I didn't really like it as much that night. I just I thought I spent too much on George Kittle, but I like it more and more now that I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? So I got all the guys I wanted really. Brian Thomas. I think Kyron Williams is going to be a workhorse. I mean, I think George Kittle is going to absolutely slay. There's no one else there to catch passes, right? Ricky Pearsall, CMC, but he's going to be the main. He's the alpha, right, with everybody else gone or hurt. So that's the reason why I went so big on him. And then just other long shots, right? It's all about shooting for the upside. A lot of people that I wanted I didn't get, but I got R.J. Harvey. I think you know what George Pickens is going to be good, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But of course, I'm going to give myself an A minus just because it's more upside than anything this year. A lot of rookies. So Luke obviously had his laptop. He was doing his research and actually drafted by himself and didn't let the computer do it for him. Luke has a good squad. Nico Collins, I wanted him. You outbid me for him. Chase Brown, I have never. I mean, I've seen rookie or running backs in Cincinnati do well. I just feel like they throw more. So I think he's going to do good. I know he's going to get all the volume, but I think you overpaid for him if you paid as much as Nico Collins. Tony Pollard is a monster pick now with Tajay Spears out or high ankle sprain or whatever it is. A.J. Brown, that's a good pick. I kind of wanted him. That's a lot to spend for him, though. And then you do have a lot of, Jaden Blue. So let's see how many Cowboys you have. Just Jaden Blue, Jake Ferguson, and who else? Any more Cowboys? Those are the only two. Well, Adam Thielen just got traded, I think, so that might be a good pick. You never know if he gets to Minnesota. So decent squad, Luke. I'll give you a B plus. So Bobby, you got a B plus. Tony, all right, yeah. This is the next auto draft. This one is more like hot garbage, except for your first 3 picks, right? Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamar Chase, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like all those 3 guys could hit, but they'd have to carry your team. I mean, literally everybody else you paid $1 for. You have Trey Benson. James Conner would have to get hurt. Might be a good pick. But like everybody else, Matthew Stafford is your starting quarterback. Like, you got to make some moves. Hopefully you are, because your team is hot garbage. You're gonna get a C minus, Tony, for all your 3, because you have just really 3 guys at the top, and that's it. All right. Mike. So, I feel like, Mike, you're huge on tight ends. I don't know what it is, but you love those tight ends. You got Trey McBride and Sam Laporta and Travis Kelce. It's a good strategy because one of them will hit, but here's the thing. You can only play 2 of them, right? Well, I guess you could play all 3. Let me look at the roster spot. But you're playing 3 tight ends. Is that really the way you want to run your fantasy team? If that's you, you do you. Boo-boo. But I just feel like some of the other players, Nick Chubb is going to be terrible. Quinshon Judkins hasn't even signed a contract, and Cleveland's terrible. Cooper Kupp's just old. You know what I mean? Tank Bigsby's a good pick. He's got a lot of tight ends. Josh Allen, right? If Josh Allen and Jonathan Taylor can carry your team, you're going to be great. But you have to have 2 at least of those tight ends hit. Maybe all 3. And I don't think all 3. Maybe 1, right, out of the 3 are going to hit good for you. So putting all your eggs in that tight end basket, Mike. So BB, if you know him, is a very frugal person. He likes deals, and that's a good thing, right? But it's not so much when you're auctioning for fantasy football. So BB wants to get these guys that he thinks are values. He thinks no one's going to want, which equals old players, right? So, I mean, most of his squad, he's got some young players, but I feel like he's got, the Wild Hogs squad, right? Like Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, James Conner, Mike Evans, Kareem Hunt, Zach Ertz. Like, all these guys, are a cut hair away from retiring. So, I don't know. I just feel like that's BB's squad. But he got him for cheap, right? So he's happy, right? So you got Devontae Adams for $25, James Cook $29. Like, he didn't pay over $40 for anybody, So let's hope it works out for you, BB. Sometimes what they say, you get what you pay for, right? So, all right, let's go. Jansen, did you pay the most for somebody? $63. Has anybody gone for 63 yet? Well, at least you're the top bid right now, my friend, for CD Lamb. I'm hoping it's going to work out for you. 56 for Puka. It's a good pick only if Matthew Stafford can stay healthy, which we'll see. Ashton Jeanty, that's a good pick. Justin Fields, that's such a Jansen pick, is Justin Fields. Like, I like upside, but you're like to the moon upside. I'm surprised you didn't draft Anthony Richardson, even though he's not starting. Let's see. ETN, Madison, Brian Robinson Jr. That's going to be good if CMC goes down. You got some decent picks, but you know, hey, you actually got a decent squad. So, Jansen, I'm going to give you a B plus instead of the usual, I think, C that you've been getting years past. All right, the champ, Jeff Geoff. You took Bucky Irving from me. $49 is a lot. You got Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, you got a running back stable, my friend. You have Pacheco, Eckler, Warren. Did you draft any wide receivers? Let's see here. Jackson Smith-Njigba is a wide receiver. Ted McMillan. I like that guy. He's going to be good. Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins. Like, you draft no top shelf receivers. You got all scrubs on receivers, but you got an ace squad for your running backs, right? You got Pacheco, Eckler. So let's all just see the writing on the wall here, because Jeff's going to want to trade one of his running backs away to somebody. So I would say get your trade charts out, see he's willing to give up, or maybe wait a couple weeks, see who falls off, see who rises, try and steal that person. Or if you do it now, you got to see who's going to fall, who's going to rise, because he's got a stable, right? Like, Jeff is all about the running backs this year. All right, so Jeff, you have a lot of running backs, no wide receivers. I'm going to give you a B minus, or let's give you a B flat. B flat. All right, Sam. All right, let's see. Sam, I know you sniped a lot of my players. You took Bill Krosky. Bill Krosky can slam a revolving door. I think there was he retweeted a joke that was like, Bill Crosby drove his mother home from the hospital when he was born. Like, there's just all kinds. If no one's ever seen the Bill Brasky skit from Saturday Night Live, go watch it. And that's what they're talking about. Anyways, so you sniped Bill Krosky from me. Calvin Ridley's good. Kamara's a garbage pick. Josh Downs a garbage pick. Javonte Williams a garbage pick. Ogbukpa, that's who you took from me. Emeka Egbuka. It's hard to say, but for $15, I should have saved more money. I think I was too busy drafting RJ Harvey. But I guess I probably sniped him from you, right? Because you're the Denver fan. So, good job sniping him from me. Who else? Evan Ingram, garbage. No, he might be good. We'll see. So, decent squad. I like some of your picks. Took a couple guys from me. So, I'm going to give you a B+. B+. Okay. Mark. Squirters. Let's see here. Bijan, 61. Still not as much as Jansen paid for CeeDee Lamb. You got Garrett Wilson, trash. Jake London, that's a good pick. T. Higgins, he's going to get hurt. Tyreek could be good, but he could be on the outs. If he gets traded to Kansas City, then he'll be great. Let's see. Kincaid. Been waiting forever for Kincaid to take off, but I don't think he's going to be a thing. He's like Fetch in the movie Mean Girls. He's never going to be a thing. Let's see. Raheem Shaheed. New Orleans is hot garbage. Jared Goff's a good pick. Legette's going to get taken over by Tedero McMillan. Yeah, not liking the squad. I mean, Bijan's okay. I like Drake London, but you got two Atlanta players, so you're kind of putting all your eggs in the Atlanta basket, which I think they just lost their tackle. Every time I bet big on Atlanta, it's never worked out for me. So you're getting a C+. C+. All right. Rice, more Rice lad. Who is this? I guess this is not Drex. Oh, Zach. This is Zach. So, Yeah, I started off with Colston Loveland. He might be good. If he's the next Brock Bowers, you're gonna be good. But you already have Brock Bowers, so why do you need the next Brock Bowers? 37's good amount to pay for him. I can't talk because I think I paid more for Kittle. How much did I pay for Kittle? Good lord, how much did I pay for Kittle? Let's see, 41. Ooh, yeah, I overpaid for Kittle. Let's see, Chase McLaughlin, the kicker. Oh, it's like, what is that? You got your kicker for $1. You're the one that no one overbid for their kickers. So let's see, Lamar Jackson. That's gonna be a good pick. Aaron Jones, and I don't like that pick. Ladd's a good pick. Xavier's a good pick. Brees is a crappy pick. DJ Moore is a crappy pick. You have DJ Moore and Colston Loveland doubling up. And DeAndre Swift. We know you like Chicago, but geez. And Caleb Williams. Zach is all in on Chicago this year. I like some of your squad. You don't need all these Chicago people, so you're going to get a B. Alright, so last is Drex. I know Drex was trying to outbid me for a lot of these people. Who did you steal from me? Maybe nobody. Oh, Travion Henderson, that's who it was. And Marion Hampton, that's who it was. Those are the only two. You got a decent squad. Saquon took him for 57. That's the not the highest. I guess Jansen is the winner with the highest for $63 for CeeDee Lamb. And then let's see, Jaden Daniels for 27. That's a little high. You only got Travion for 21. Man, I should have outbid you. Marion Hampton 26. That's more like it. Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a crappy pick. Chris Olave is terrible. Now Joko's going to be great until Joe Flacco stops playing or gets benched or whatever. Stephon Diggs will be good. Rashad Bateman's terrible. Won't be. He's not terrible, but he won't be fantasy relevant. He'll just got to be there, right? So he'll just kind of sit on your bench, I feel like. Yeah, you got a decent squad. If Saquon can repeat, don't like it too much. Let's give you a B minus. All right, so there's everybody's scores. Like I said, it was a crazy draft. Wish you guys were there. Who all that made it. Glad you made it. But let's try and make it next year. I'm thinking maybe one of these years we can all pitch in and run an Airbnb somewhere and then just do it big. So let me know. But I guess I'll see you guys on the digital field.